Hey everyone, welcome back to your favorite pirate crew. Today we are going to talk about Kizaru revealing why he's afraid of Benn Beckman. If you would like to see more about One Piece in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our pirate crew. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask that you already subscribe to our channel. That way you will join our pirate crew and earn a devil fruit or master your favorite haki. It would also help our crew a lot if you leave your thumbs up on today's video, so together we can become Yonkos. Now let's continue with today's video. One of the scenes that created the most triplex in fans' minds, and which to this day has not been answered, was the little clash between Kizaru and Benn Beckman. The question is much bigger than just the factor of whether Ben is as powerful as he is, or is threatening enough to make Kizaru retreat quickly with just a simple weapon. It may be related to something much bigger, like the true strength of Shanks' entire crew or the origin of these two characters. Could it be that Ben is more powerful than Kizaru? Could he have something special in his haki or a special ability that could bypass Kizaru's light techniques? It's about Benn Beckman and some of the theories surrounding him that we will talk about in today's video. Benn Beckman is the first mate and an officer of the Pirates of the Redhead as the first mate of an emperor. One can assume that Beckman possesses significant combat skills. 12 years ago, Beckman single-handedly defeated the Higuma Mountain bandit crew using only a cigarette and his rifle as a club. At the end of the Battle of Marineford, Marine Admiral Kizaru chose not to engage Beckman when the latter held him at gunpoint, although Kizaru had fought Marco before and even Whitebeard himself. Although he paused and raised his hands in apparent surrender, Kizaru soon after continued what Beckman tried to stop him from doing, trying to attack Luffy, suggesting that Kizaru had not really been intimidated by Beckman's presence. A highly intelligent man, Beckman has the highest IQ of any character featured in the East Blue saga of master strategist Kuro, demonstrating some stealth skills. When the Redhead Pirates arrived in Marineford to stop the war, Beckman was able to climb up and sit on the mast of a marine ship to aim his rifle at nearby Kizaru, a Kenbunshaku haki user, without the latter noticing until Beckman announced his known presence. Beckman's power level rivals Shanks, so it can be said that in physical criteria, Beckman and Shanks are equal. Moreover, Beckman is the second strongest of the crew of the Ginger Pirates, which makes it clear that both Shanks and Beckman have the same level of power, which is a monstrous and giant power. Beckman carries a flintlock rifle with him, but he has not yet been seen shooting it, only using it as a club against Higuma's men 12 years ago and as a threat against Kizaru. During the Battle of Marineford, Beckman stopped Admiral Kizaru from attacking Luffy and Trafalgar Law by telling Kizaru not to move a muscle while aiming his weapon at him. Later, the Redhead Pirates left the battlefield peacefully, taking the bodies of Ace and Whitebeard with them. This scene ended up leaving fans surprised and, at the same time, curious to know the reason for it. After all, Benn Beckman only threatened Kizaru with a simple gun, and with that alone, he backed off. Unless there were Kairoseki bullets, something quite unlikely, and considering that Kizaru also possesses basic haki, it would be easy to dodge. In other words, there really isn't that much of a threat to him. Benn Beckman supposedly possesses strength quite similar to that of Shanks, something that would possibly go head-to-head with someone like Kizaru. The most suspicious point is that a simple weapon like that was able to ward off Kizaru so easily. Even if he had observation haki, being able to see into the future a bit or try to deal with Kizaru's light ability, it is still quite strange to see him act in such a way. Since Ben's true power is still virtually unknown, as is much of Shanks' crew, their true strength is all rather speculative. Benn Beckman is the first crew of the Pirates of the Redhead and also Shanks' right-hand man. Reportedly, Ben is also the most genial person in East Blue. There is something interesting about Ben's scene in Marineford. One of the Marine admirals, Kizaru, was scared of Ben when he was pointed at by a gun, despite Kizaru having a low geo ability. But how could this be possible? Well, there are a few possibilities that should be pointed out. Kizaru was getting wary of Ben. The first reason could be that Kizaru has never fought Benn Beckman, but because of hearing rumors about him, Kizaru chose not to mess with Ben, who was the right-hand man of a Yonko. Even if Kizaru is a devil fruit eater, it is possible that Ben could beat him in a fight. That's when Ben pointed his gun at him and gave him a threatening look. It could be because of the great pressure. Kizaru couldn't move his body. It could be that Kizaru was not the kind of person who would fight an enemy he did not know what his opponents are capable of. Unlike Supernova, who he feels is not yet beyond his capabilities, he can be faster than Kizaru. Even if he ate the Pika Pika no Mi and became a man of light, that doesn't mean that Kizaru is the fastest human alive. Maybe there is still someone faster than him out there. Another reason Kizaru was afraid of Benn was his incredible speed, surpassing Kizaru himself. If Kizaru had met and fought Benn in the past, he would have known how terrifying Benn's abilities were. Or maybe Benn had mastered the divine level Kenbun Shakuhaki like Katakuri so that he could read a few seconds into the future. Does that make sense? Benn may have an Akuma no Mi power. Another reason is that Benn may possess a devil fruit power. To this day, Shanks, his crew, and their powers are still a mystery. We don't even know if any of them eat devil fruit. It could be that Benn is one of the devil fruit users among the rest of the crew. Kizaru knew of this ability and chose not to mess with Benn. If this is true, surely Benn has a very strong devil fruit ability that could make the Admiral-class fighters afraid of him. What do you think Benn's ability is? Wait for Oda to reveal it. Benn may have possessed haki-coated bullets. The most plausible possibility is a haki-coated bullet. Although immune to physical attacks, Kizaru is not immune to haki. What scared Benn the most is that he coated his bullets with haki. If Benn shoots, he can hit Kizaru's body. Benn is known as a marksman who fights without using his bullets. In the first episode, we saw Benn finish off the bad guys with just the tip of his rifle. Not a single bullet was fired to defeat them. Perhaps Benn would only use it when facing powerful opponents. Of course, these are just possibilities and theories that may or may not be true. However, another theory that could be connected with the relationship between both characters, as if they had a past together or knew each other from an early age. However, this may not be possible because in reality, it could be that Benn and Kizaru's scene is just a demonstration of the power threat of Shanks' crew. Kizaru was seen in the middle of the battle commenting that it is scary or shocking when he encounters someone powerful, daring, or who unleashes a surprising move or ability. However, he usually maintains an indifferent face and tone, giving it a mocking tone. In fact, Kizaru has been shown acting fearlessly against extremely strong pirates, such as Silver's Rayla, Benn Beckman, Marco, or even Whitebeard, a Yonku. Despite recognizing their strength, Kizaru has no problem fighting them one-on-one, and if they get in his way, he will simply try to circumvent the problem. Even after Shanks came to Marineford to end the war, Kizaru attempted one last attack on Monkey D. Luffy right after Beckman held him at gunpoint. 2 years later, the Admiral offered to go in person to break up a potential encounter between Emperors Big Mom and Kaido, which would involve going to the independent land of Wano, which even Akainu was afraid of. In the anime, after Whitebeard witnesses Akainu deliver a fatal blow to Ace, Kizaru shoots a beam through his left arm, telling him not to interfere, turning Whitebeard's wrath upon him. After Whitebeard's death and Law's arrival, Kizaru's new target was Luffy, but he is cut down by one of Kizaru's beams and tries to flee in terror. The Admiral tries to attack Law's submarine before it escapes, but suddenly, Benn Beckman points his gun at him and warns him not to move, which confirms Kizaru by putting his hands up. However, Benn Beckman's presence did not inhibit Kizaru, as he makes one last attempt to end Luffy's life and attacks him along with Aokiji. He uses his Yasakani no Magatom attack and rains down hundreds of light beams to try to destroy Law's submarine again. He simply states afterwards that if they had survived, they were just extremely lucky. This scene might actually just be an introduction to the future clash that might take place between the Redhead Pirates and the Marine, with Benn and Kizaru fighting in the future, and something like that. But what about you? What do you think it could be? Are these two related, or is this just another joke by Oda? Leave your opinion in the comments. That's it, my Straw Hat Pirate. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for a video, don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your pirate crew.